guys, thanks so much for clicking on my channel. We're all smiles over here. I am Sanja Slay, asking a question. Will Sanja help you keep your smile for today? And hopefully the answer is yes, you guys. I'm trying to keep it on with y'all. Know if it gets good, I'm gonna keep on talking. The golden nugget for today is, well, tonight is how to avoid heartache. And this is what you do. Stay aligned and connected with God, with Source, which means you're putting Source at the forefront of your life. He's moving in and through you. Thus, you're able to see spiritually, see through the eyes of Source, hear through the ears of Source, sense through the senses of Source. Thus, you're being able to move about with clarity within your journey. Once you do that, this is what you do. You create boundaries. Boundaries, y'all, this is what I end up learning. You have to create boundaries, because if you don't create boundaries, heartaches will occur. Heartaches will occur. And sometimes you won't even have a role. You won't even have played a role in it, but because the other person is not aligned and connected, they will bring over all their negativity and cause you hurt and cause you pain, because hurt people hurt people. So what you want to do is create boundaries. And when I say create boundaries, this is what it is involved. First of all, know what it is that you want. What do you want out of a relationship? Know what you want. Once you know exactly what you want, clear on what you want, now you know what you don't want. And because you know what you don't want, now you know what you will not accept from other people. You get what I'm saying? And then from that, you will also be able to speak freely. And when I say speak freely, I'm talking about if somebody says something, you may be having a conversation with an individual. They may not be aligned and connected, and because of that, they may say something that sounds a little crazy, and your spiritual ear might have picked up on it. So what you want to do, not wait till tomorrow, not wait a week, not wait a few months. You want to address it right then and there. You want to address it right then and there. Why? Because it gives you time to make sure that you really understood what they were talking about, and then the person knows that you are on it. You're on it. So if you hear something, you go, hey, I know what you just said. What did you mean by that in detail? Can you go in detail what you mean by what you said about me or what have you? I just want to make sure that I'm not thinking the wrong thing of what you said. I want to make sure I heard you clearly. And once you do that, then 9 times out of 10, the person will say, oh, this is what I meant. And then you'll find, oh, okay, they were coming from a good place. It was from something positive. And then some people who are not aligned and connected, they're bold. They'll just tell you, well, this is what I think of you. This is what I really thought. Yeah, that's what I meant. And then for those people who are not aligned and connected, what you have to do is just keep your distance a little bit, and then say a prayer for them, think positive for them, but you know you can't put expectations on them. Remember the golden nugget I gave you guys? Take the expectations off of others. That means those who are not aligned and connected, you can't expect them to give you things. Why? Because they're not plugged in. Thus, they don't have it to give. They're empty inside. They can't give you love. Why? Because love doesn't reside. They can't give you peace because peace isn't there. They can't even give you an apology. Why? Because they're not plugged in. So hence that right there, okay? But make sure you speak freely, and that, my friend, is how you avoid heartbreaks. Staying aligned and connected, creating those boundaries, because what happens when you don't have boundaries, that brings in and leaves an open door for heartbreak to occur. And when you hear heartbreak, it doesn't mean that it's formed from a romantic relationship. It can be from any type of relationship. Anybody that's in your circle, heartbreak can occur from any type of relationship that you're in, whether it's between you and your sibling, between you and a cousin, between you and an in-law, between you and whoever, a co-worker, it doesn't matter. If you have a relationship with anybody of any sort, heartbreak can occur. And I'm telling y'all this because I have endured heartbreaks from family members, you guys, where I didn't know what was going on. I was like, God, I don't know what's going on. And God had to tell me, hey, listen, the other person's not aligned and connected right now. So you can't expect anything from them. And 2, at the time, y'all, I didn't have up my boundaries, which means I knew what I wanted, but I had not yet put into place what I would not accept. And once, y'all, I got my boundaries put into place of me saying, hey, listen, this is what I want, and these are the things that I'm not going to accept, and I'm going to speak freely. Once I put that up, then those who were aligned and connected and those who were coming from a place of ill will and negativity, whenever they would come around me or call me, they would feel like jittery. Why? Because that wall they couldn't penetrate that wall with their negativity, because they were like, wait a minute, I used to be able to push this button, but this button not working anymore. I used to be able to step over into their arena and mess with them and cause them hardship and lie on them and try to make them feel bad, but that's not working. Why? Because I have my boundaries up, and that's what Source had to teach me, and thus I was able to grow from all the other heartbreaks that I had, you guys. Because I'm telling you guys, the worst feeling that you can actually have for me is to have a heartbreak that was caused by a family member, by an in-law. Y'all, I'm telling you, that's one of the worst feelings you could have. And trust me, I've had them. And thankfully, I'm so grateful that I wasn't aligned all the time, but I was aligned just enough to be able to go to Source every single time that I would get a heartbreak from these family members or what have you. And I got some from friends too. But because I was still aligned and connected to a certain extent, I was able to go to God and say, hey, what's going on? And they're able to still think positive of them and wish them well and not spit fire while they're spitting fire at me. I didn't ever step out of line. I was always still a good wife and still being nice to in-laws and what have you, and to family members and the friends that were spitting fire at me. And I just realized that growth came from that. Source was able to teach me so much, and because of that, I'm able to share with you guys how to avoid heartbreaks. Y'all, I'm at 6 minutes, but that's pretty much how you do it. You stay aligned and connected, being able to see through the eyes of Source, hear through the ears of Source, sense through the senses of Source, thus being able to have clarity, and you set those boundaries. And then, like I say, in setting those boundaries, you know exactly what you want, you know exactly what you're not going to accept from people, and you speak freely. Right away, okay? That's how you're going to do it. And if right now, if you are in a heartbreak right now, you want to get over a heartbreak, okay, this is what you do. Stay aligned and connected, get aligned and connected, and then ask Source, what role did you play in it? If you played a role in causing that heartbreak, because trust me, if you have a heartbreak, know that the other person's heart is hurting too. So if you did play a role in it and you realize that you were at fault, pull up your big girl's panties and put on your big boy jacket and make the phone call, even if you are aligned and connected, because now you're able to understand that you played a part. But if they're not aligned and connected, they're not going to call you and apologize. So you do the right thing. You call, you apologize and say, hey, I wasn't supposed to say that. I know it was wrong. Please forgive me. Do that. And then when you do that, you realize that you'll start feeling a little bit better. And what that better feeling is that you are releasing guilt. And the guilt is that pain that you feel from heartbreak is guilt. It's your guilt, because you're saying to yourself, I could have prevented this. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I stop this when I could have stopped this when I noticed that? And that's you just kicking yourself. But when you realize what role you played in, you make your apologies as if you played a role in it. And then, like I said, you'll start feeling the ease. And then from that, you do like my shirt, find some good vibration. Get into some good vibration. You got to put on some music, whether it's gospel, country, jazz, rock, whatever it is. Get in there and play some music and get to moving around and get to feeling good and get to smiling and just getting down, right? And if music isn't your gist right then play a good movie. Watch a good movie with some good positive vibes. And then if you don't want to do that, call up a friend who's aligned and connected, and y'all have some good old positive conversations. Because listen, the more positive vibe you put into your life, the more you're going to push all that negative out. Those positive vibes are going to just push out all those negative vibes. Just like when you turn on the light and then darkness disappears, that's exactly how your positive vibes, those great, good positive vibes do with negative vibes. They'll push right on out. So that's how you get over your heartbreaks, okay? So I hope this helped you guys. I'm right at 8 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it long. This is a late one, y'all. I've been enjoying my weekend, and I hope you guys have too. But I figured I want to get on here and tell you guys, one, how to avoid heartbreak, and that is aligned and connected, having your boundaries, knowing what you want, knowing what you will not accept, and speaking freely. And how to get over it is being aligned and connected, assessing your role in the part. You're not worried about what the other person did. assessing your role, and if you did anything, you're going to put on your big girl panties or your big boy coat, and you're going to apologize, thus releasing those guilty feelings or what have you. Then you go get into your positive vibes, and all of that is going to be able to create smiles in you, and be able to also see, you'll be able to see the other person who's actually not a line of connected. You'll be able to see them through the source of eyes, which means you're not going to point the finger at them and keep making them feel worse than what they're already feeling. Because guess what? When people are not a line of connected, they are already feeling bad, y'all. Why? Because they're not plugged into love. They're not plugged into peace. They're not plugged into happiness. They're always with a frown. They're never satisfied. So they are already feeling bad. So you're just going to keep praying for those people, wishing the best for them, and hoping that they truly do get a line of connected so they can feel better. But that, my friend, is how you get over a heartbreak. And smile. And if you don't remember anything else with heartbreak, it is whenever you endure a heartbreak or what have you, it is basically getting you ready and prepared for greater. Because that's exactly what every heartbreak did for me. It prepared me for greater. I learned from them. Thus, I grew spiritually, I grew mentally, I grew financially. A whole lot of doors opened for me. Why? Because my eyes opened, Source was able to teach me a whole lot of things, which I'm sharing with you now. So I hope you guys got the gist of it. And if you incurred a heartbreak, you're going to get over that thing. Just go through those different steps, okay? And if you have to watch this again to hear what I said, do just that. To get over it, just make sure you stay aligned and connected. Assess your role. If you played a role in it, ask for forgiveness, talk to the person or what have you, and then get into you some good vibes, start smiling more often, what have you, and then what? Go ahead and keep wishing the other person who played a part in it the best. Wish them, pray for them, wish them the best. Don't harvest any feelings at all. Don't harvest any feelings. Any negative feelings, just make sure you continue to be in those positive vibes, okay? Y'all got it? On that note, I'm going because y'all know I will keep on talking, okay? Thanks so much for tuning in with me. Continue enjoying your weekend. Talk to y'all soon. If you take just a little bit of what I'm telling you and apply to your life to the best of your ability, you won't ever have to mask the smile. Why? Because your smiles will always be genuine. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed, be blessed, stay blessed. Y'all know what's coming next. Ciao.